Democratic election workers are being arrested en masse for voter fraud. You guys have got to check this out.
Remember how they called that the most secure election in American history, in spite of the fact that CNN, while filming a live shot in Ohio, captured a woman literally stuffing a ballot box?
The only ballot drop box in Cuyahoga County, Ohio. You can see this woman right here casting her vote. Did you vote for Reagan or Jimmy Carter? Carter.
Oh, okay, so she voted for Jimmy Carter in one of the most lopsided elections in American history, where Ronald Reagan won like 48 states. And you can see this woman standing there in a tracksuit, looking scared as hell, holding a stack of ballots that she's shoveling out of her minivan. Look at the number of ballots she's got in her hands there. They've got 10 ballots. You can check Ohio law. It's illegal to handle anybody else's ballot in Ohio. You're not allowed to handle their ballot. You're not allowed to vote for them. This woman has a ballots up to here. Who knows how many more she has in the back of that minivan? Kind of amazing. And as soon as CNN realized what they were doing...
I don't want to get too personal with people here, but you can see there's actually a traffic jam.
The guy actually starts laughing nervously, realizing that he just caught voter fraud. You're not allowed to talk about those things, even though they happen everywhere.
This is the Ring camera video appearing to show a woman taking out 3 ballots from a Lawrence man's mailbox.
Oh, this is in Massachusetts, where people have on their cameras the thieves who come up and steal their ballots and then vote for them. How do we know they vote for them? Well, because of clips like this.
The report filed was from this Lawrence woman, who's still waiting for elections officials to decide whether her in-person vote will count or the mail-in, which she says has her signature forged.
How come it's not going to be counted if I'm voting right in front of you and I'm telling you that that vote that you have there is not mine?
Amazing how we hear so much about black women disenfranchisement. Hear about that every single day. Stacey Abrams, Kamala Harris, black women disenfranchisement. You're trying to stop black women from voting. And here's a black woman who had her ballot stolen and somebody voted for her. And that's the definition of disenfranchisement. Nobody cares about this lady.
They always say in-person voting is racist because for some reason African Americans don't have as much ID as the average person, which I think is absolute nonsense. Anyone who claims that in-person voting is racist is a racist. I'm sorry. Everyone can collect their ID if they are a citizen. It's as simple as that. So what we need to do, we need to throw out all these mail-in voting. We all get rid of all of that nonsense. The only way that you can vote is we make Election Day a national holiday. Everyone has off, and you have to show up in person. We might have some exceptions if you're on deathbed or whatever, but that's it. You need to be in person and actually cast your vote there, show your ID. We cannot allow these drop boxes or mail-in voting anymore because that will only lead to voter fraud. And if we cannot control our elections, then we can't control anything in this country because you need an ID to get alcohol, to go to war, to get into a club, to buy a lottery ticket, and so much more. But you don't need an ID to do the most important thing regarding your country? Do people not recognize how hypocritical that is?
In fact, just a state over in Connecticut, you have somebody else who is working for the city named Wanda, who is on camera literally shoveling entire garbage bags of ballots into the drop box. Kind of amazing here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wanda. Wanda's become famous for this video. We've covered it extensively. You can see here Wanda thinks she's really cute and really smart, wandering off camera, or at least she thinks, and then walking back with her giant trash bag of ballots to shove them into the drop box. Now, this election was so rigged that a judge has actually stopped the election and stopped the counting of ballots, the judge saying effectively that there's no way to determine which votes are actually real. In Connecticut, also, you're not allowed, in virtually any state, you're not allowed to handle other people's ballots or to vote for them. And so what exactly is Wanda doing here? There's no innocent explanation. And ladies and gentlemen, now the innocence of Wanda is in major, major question, as Wanda has been booked into prison.
Good.
Oh, yeah. Here are the Bridgeport ballot fraud arrest mugshots. City Democrat Party Vice Chair, City Operations Specialist Wanda, the stuffer, City Councilor Alfredo Castillo, and campaign operative Nilsa Hedera, and Josephine Edmonds. They will all be in court on June 24. So there you go.
I hate rooting for someone else's demise, but no, these people deserve to go to prison, because if you commit a crime, I'm sorry, you're going to jail. You're going to prison, you're getting locked away, especially if you're doing something of this magnitude. The repercussions of their actions were the reason that we have Joe Biden in office right now. Think of all the trauma that he has caused, Joe Biden. It is all due to people like Wanda right here. So we need to lock these people up behind bars, because that is the only way to protect ourselves from this happening again. If they got away scot-free, can you imagine how much more voter fraud would be in the next election? We need to make an example out of these people to steer off anyone from doing this ever again, because we cannot run a country if we cannot control our elections.
Mugshots, we finally got them. Finally got them. Boy, they sure do fit the bill, don't they? Sure do. Your classic Democrat operatives, slobs. 4 Democrat campaign workers charged in connection with ballot fraud cases. Oh, yeah. Okay. Credit where credit is due. Jesse Waters has been on this he's been on this story for a very long time. Would these people have even been arrested without Jesse Waters?
Has been arrested. The Democrat operative who was caught on camera allegedly stuffing ballots in Bridgeport, Connecticut last year was charged with unlawfully possessing another person's ballot and witness tampering. But this has nothing to do with her alleged stuffing in 2023. This goes all the way back to 2019. Wanda was arrested for ballot fraud in the city's 2019 Democrat primary for the same candidate she helped elect in 2023, Mayor Joe Ganim. Wanda is accused of filling out someone's absentee ballot, telling them to not vote in person, and then asking them to not tell investigators about what she said. Wanda isn't the only Democrat arrested for fraud. 3 other Bridgeport Democrats were charged. One of them's a city councilman. Wanda's been suspended with pay from her city job for months. She works for the front desk for the mayor that she got into office.
Makes sense.
Fox 61 reporter Matt Caron paid Mayor Joe a visit today. Watch this.
We'd like to talk with the mayor about some of the city workers being arrested for election fraud.
Hi, I'm on. I'll be right with you.
Thanks.
We waited. Fast forward. Mayor Ganim didn't want to talk to us, but his 2019 and 2023 mayoral opponents did.
I always felt like I had been cheated. I didn't know the depth of it.
We caught it live on video directly from City Hall. The players and the actors remain the same.
Both Marilyn Moore and John Gomes say they believe they should be occupying Bridgeport's corner office.
Well, actually, I'm going down to City Hall and tell Joe Ganim get out of my chair.
Candidates were cheated. Voters don't trust the system. This is why you need squeaky clean elections every time. We need every Wanda locked up before November.
So, I don't think that's going to happen, but we'll take small W's.
That's my biggest fear regarding this next election, because I know truly who won the 2020 election. I know in my heart, and I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the exact same way. And if that could happen then, when he was in charge, what's stopping it from happening now when he's the outsider? What is stopping this from happening again? Will we ever have control of our country ever again? Or will we just be cheated out of every election from here on out? That's my biggest fear. Politicians need to start demanding, if you don't come in on election day and vote in person and show your ID, then your vote doesn't count. We need to start doing that. That is the only way to ensure a safe and fair election. But I think that will happen in the near future. I think politicians are going to start rallying together, and this will become the new norm as it once was before. I really hope that's the case. But let me know your thoughts on this down below. You think Wanda is innocent and we're kind of just scapegoating her, or there's many others just like her and they need to be held accountable for? Let me know, and if you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like, comment, subscribe, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. Till next time.